What's going on, people? Welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to a brand new video. I hope you guys are doing well today. I want to apologize for not making videos this week, such as the Premier League review, match day 10, the AC Milan Chelsea preview and match reaction. Of course, Chelsea won, and yeah, sorry for doing those and not for uploading those videos and the reason why is that because I was feeling unwell, so that's why I couldn't manage to do upload videos until I'm feeling better. So I'm better now. So from now on, I'll be make sure I'll upload videos every single day so that you guys won't miss it. So sorry about this week, but next week, since I'm fine, I'm going to upload videos from now on. So you got to bear with me on that one. So yeah, let me just quickly go through what happened and then I'll tell you guys what my prediction is for this week's Premier League. So Arsenal finally beat Liverpool 3-2. Liverpool continue to struggle like they always do, and yeah, they finish in 10, 14 points behind Arsenal, which you don't normally see. So Arsenal stay on top. Erling Haaland continues to break another record, 15 goals this season already, 20 so far in all competitions, and we're still in October. So there you go. Gary O'Neil still unbeaten with that win against Leicester City. Tottenham got a 1-0 win against Brighton. Brighton had many chances, but Tottenham stopped them. And Chelsea, another win for Graham Potter, another 3-0, another clean sheet. And Emmanuel Bush scoring his first goal for Chelsea. And finally, Cristiano Ronaldo, with that goal against Everton, takes him to 700 club goals in history. And that's why he's the GOAT. He may not play better than Messi right now, but he still is my GOAT and some people and many people's goat as well. But personally, he's my goat. So congratulations to Ronaldo and Casemiro. What a way to get yourself back into the game because he lost the ball for Everton's first goal, but then he decided to be better after that Everton goal, and it was 2-1 to Man United at half time there. And Rashford's goal for me that should have stood because the ball hit his knee, then hit his arm. So for me, that's a goal. I just don't get that. So yeah, well done to Everton. Also remain on top. Man United and Chelsea catching the other teams in the top four. Liverpool struggling. Bournemouth are above them. You know what I mean? So that's how the Premier League went. And then for Chelsea, a brilliant win against AC Milan at the San Siro. Completely dominated AC Milan like we did last week. Jorginho with the penalty. Aubameyang, another goal for him. That is 3 goals in 5 games for this guy and 4 contributions already. Like, is he taking the curse of that number 9 off? Because whenever we see players wear the number 9, we always say to themselves, he's going to flop a game. But Bamiyang, not this time. Another goal for him. And Mason Mount, once again, another man of the match performance, another best performance from him. And let's hope he can keep this up. Let's hope he can keep this up. So, yeah, and Graham Potter, once again, outclassing the AC Milan manager because we all thought that going to San Siro ain't that easy. But the way we dominated AC Milan, we made it look that easy. So Graham Potter, another win, another clean sheet. That's two, and that's another time, and that's another match where we scored more than 1 goal under Graham Potter, if you know what I mean. So yeah, so well done to Chelsea. So yeah, that is how this week got went, and I could have done it, but I wasn't feeling unwell. So that's why this video I'm going to be quickly talking about what happened, and then I'm going to be moving on. So yeah, so that's all that week's done. And let's focus on this week's Premier predictions, including the big game of the weekend, Liverpool versus Manchester City. So without further ado, here we go. All right. Oh, let me move that up a bit. Yep. So no, so today starts off with the game Brentford versus Brighton, kicking off that community stadium at 8 p.m. later on today. Now, this game, these two have been really, really poor so far. Brighton, of course, got that draw against Liverpool, which is good, but they've lost against Tottenham. Brentford, I feel like since they've won against Leeds United, they haven't had a really good record. They've lost against Newcastle, Arsenal, draw against Bournemouth. Like the last couple of games, Brentford haven't been looking that great, if you know what I mean. So yeah, so both teams um didn't have a really good result. So yeah, these two will be facing each other later on today, and hmm, this got a draw written all over it because Brighton used to be in the top four, but since they've lost, like, didn't have a really good result, other teams are above them, the likes of Chelsea and Manchester United, I think. So yeah, Brighton need to get the win, and also Brentford need to get the win if they want to keep their season like maybe finishing above the mid table, if you know what I mean. So these two really need to win this game, otherwise there can be more trouble. So yeah, so this game later on today. I'm gonna go for a draw. I'm gonna go for 1-1 because, like I said, these two teams started off really well, but recently their form hasn't been that great. So that's why I'm going to go for a draw. I think Brentford will score, but then I think Brighton will just find a way to score maybe in the last minute to make it a draw, because that's what happened last season, when these two met. So that's why I think it's going to repeat performance yet again. So for this game later on today, I'm going to go for a Brentford and Brighton game with a draw, a 1-1, because I just don't see these two really fighting for anything, if you know what I mean. So yeah, and ever since Graham Potter left, Brighton haven't been looking the same. They really haven't. So that's why I'm gonna go for a draw 1-1. All right, sorry, let me just do like this. All right, then tomorrow's games, lunchtime, it's finally back after last week. So Leicester City up against Crystal Palace. Of course, Leicester City lost their game against Bournemouth 2-1 after going 1-0 up. And for Crystal Palace, they've beaten Leeds United 2-1 at Selhurst Park. So yeah, so Leicester City only managed to get one win, and that was against Nottingham Forest in that East Midlands derby. So yeah, but then I just knew that. See, listen, you even though you got that win, I still don't think Brendan Rodgers is still the right man for you. I don't think he's still the right man, and that game against Bournemouth proved to me that he still ain't the right man. So yeah. So I fear for Leicester City going into this game because Crystal Palace, even though they've lost against Chelsea, they've beaten Leeds United as well. So yeah, so for this game. Leicester City do need to get the win, but I don't think it will happen. I think Patrick Vieira will just make their misery go bad to worse. So that's why for that game tomorrow at lunchtime, I'm going to go for a 2-1 Crystal Palace win. I think Leicester City will score, but I think Crystal Palace will dominate Leicester City, and I think the goals will be Usman Edward and Wilfred Zaha. Those are the two goal scorers for that game tomorrow at lunchtime. So that's why I'm going to go for a 2-1 Crystal Palace win. For Leicester City, I think James Maddison will score for them. But I just don't think they'll just find a way to beat Crystal Palace. I'm sorry, I just don't think so. So for that game tomorrow at lunchtime, I'm going to go for a 2-1 Crystal Palace win. All right, this game, wow, Fulham against Bournemouth. Of course, Fulham lost the London derby against West Ham after going 1-0 up. They conceded three goals, and yeah, that's another loss for Fulham. Whereas for Bournemouth, Gary O'Neill is still unbeaten. I think it's one draw and four wins, or maybe three wins. I can't remember. But yeah, what a massive turnaround, because after that 9-0 defeat against Liverpool at Anfield, after when they sacked Scott Parker, yeah, I thought to myself, yeah, you know what, Bournemouth are not going to go anywhere. They're just going to be relegated. But boy, did they prove me wrong. They were above, and guess what? Not only that, But since Liverpool struggled this season, they were above them. They were in eighth place, you know. Jeez, what a turnaround. What a turnaround for Gary O'Neill. So maybe they made the right decision to sack Scott Parker after all. So yeah, for Fulham, um, I fear for them because, like I said, Bournemouth are still unbeaten under Gary O'Neill. One draw and I think 3 or 4 wins. I can't remember. So yeah. So for this game, I'm gonna go for a 2-1 Bournemouth win because listen, going to Craven Cottage ain't that easy. But Newcastle went there and they got destroyed by Newcastle, and that was their first loss, and their and also that's got to be the most embarrassing performance ever. So yeah, I don't think Bournemouth will score four past them, but I think they'll just score two past them because yeah, even though Fulham are gonna stay up this season, their last results ain't that good. It really be ain't that good. And for Bournemouth, their result had. So that's why for this game tomorrow at 3 p.m. at Craven Cottage, 2-1 to Bournemouth is going to be my prediction. I think they'll still remain unbeaten under Gary O'Neill because, wow, I mean, and plus, being above Liverpool is making it so sweet. Making it so sweet. So that's why this game tomorrow, I'm going to go for a 2-1 Bournemouth win. Now, Wolves against Nottingham Forest. Now, Nottingham Forest managed to only get one win so far this season, and that was their game against West Ham, which is the second match day. But ever since then, it's been bare draws, bare losses, draws, losses, draws. So yeah, like I actually thought that Nottingham Forest would do well this season. I didn't expect them to be that bad. I would have thought that maybe they'll finish, let's say, like maybe 12th or 11th or something like that. But the fact that they're still in the bottom three, jeez. And Stevie Cooper is still signing a contract despite Nottingham Forest going down. I think the owner made the one decision, because Nottingham Forest don't want to be relegated this season. They want to stay in the Premier League this season like Brentford did last season. So I think so the fact that they've allowed Steve Cooper to sign a new contract, I don't think it was the right decision for me. If I was a Nottingham Forest fan, I'll be fuming. I'll be really fuming. So yeah. So Steve Cooper, if he wants to sign a new contract, he needs to make Nottingham Forest not get relegated this season. But do I think they're going to do that? Unfortunately, not. So that's why for this game tomorrow, I'm going to go for a 2-0 Wolves win. I don't think Nottingham Forest stand a chance because yeah, the game against Chelsea, they've lost, but the reason why because the manager, they had an interim manager rather than a real manager. But I'm hearing that Nuno is coming back for Wolves. I'm hearing that story. I mean, if that's true, then I think the Wolves fans will be happy because I think they miss Nuno. Even though Wolves had the I think I remember one season that they were this close to being relegated. They managed to stay up. So I think Nuno going back to Wolves would be really good for them, really good. So if I'm hearing that he's back for Wolves, then then I know he'll be happy to see the fans back after they sacked him. So yeah. So for this game, yeah, even though Chelsea beat them, that they know that this is a difficult game. So but this game they know this is not a difficult game and they have to win, and I know that they will win. I really know that they'll win. So that's why this game tomorrow I'm gonna go for a 2-0 Wolverhampton Wanderers win at Molineux. So 2-1 2-0 to Wolves is gonna be my prediction. All right, moving on into the last game on the Saturday night football, and it's Spurs against Everton. Of course, Spurs still lost their one game so far this season, and that was against Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium. Ever since then, they've won against Brighton, just 1-0, just managed to nick it, and they beat Eintracht Frankfurt 4-2. After going 1-0 down, they were 3-1 up, and then when Frankfurt scored, we all thought that Tottenham going to bottle it again, but Harry Kane scores a pen. Sorry, Son, I think you will see the Son or Kane scores a penalty to make it 4-2, and Harry Kane could have scored another penalty, but he missed it. But Tottenham beat Frankfurt 4-2, so Tottenham is slightly getting back to form. You know what I mean. So yeah, for Everton, I would have thought they beat Manchester United, but they didn't. So it was 2-1 to Manchester United. It could have been 3-1, like I mentioned before, if Rashford scored, didn't get disallowed, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, when these two met last season, um, Tottenham beat them 5-1. And the interesting thing is that Richarlison is going to be playing against his old club, Everton, which is interesting. So if he scores against Everton, I don't think he will celebrate because you can't celebrate against your old team. The way that the way that Danny Welbeck did against Arsenal a couple of seasons ago, so you can't be doing that. So for this game is so difficult because Tottenham always also score lots of goals like Man City does. So for this game tomorrow, I'm gonna go for a I'm gonna go for 4-1 on a win. Even though I want Everton to win because I want Chelsea to win against Aston Villa and be above them. I just don't see that happening because Tottenham still remain unbeaten at home under Antonio Conte. They still remain unbeaten at home. So, yeah, judging by that, I just don't see Everton winning this game. I'm sorry. Even though I'm hoping that they do it for Chelsea to be above Tottenham, I just really don't see that happening, to be honest with you. So, unfortunately, 4-1 to Everton is going to be my prediction. Okay. And, um, and when was this? Okay. 4-1 to Tottenham is going to be my prediction. I think Richarlison will score against his old club, and I think Harry Kane and Human Score will score goals, if you know what I mean. So, and maybe I'm not sure who else score, but yeah, those are my goal scorers so far. Richarlison, Harry Kane, and Son. And that's it for Everton. It might be Alex Iwobi again. It might be. I'm not sure, but we'll wait and see what happens tomorrow night. So 4-1 to Tottenham is going to be my prediction on that one. So those are the Saturday's games. Now let's move on into Sunday's games. So this one, Chelsea against Aston Villa. Yes, Graham Potter against Steven Gerrard. Now, when we faced them last season, I remember Lukaku came off the bench and won the man of the match because he won the penalty and he scored the second goal for Chelsea to make it 3-1 after Reece James scored the own goal, which is a header. So, but yeah, we managed to beat them. But this Chelsea team under Graham Potter is improving. We're playing really good football, exciting football, and we're getting lots of results. 3 clean sheets so far in a row. Like, this is getting really good under Graham Potter. So I'm definitely 100% confident going into Aston Villa because they could have won against Nottingham Forest, but they managed to end up drawing against them. So yeah. So for this game on Sunday, I'm going to go for a 3-0 Chelsea win. I am super confident that Chelsea will go to Villa Park and win. And like I said, I think Graham Potter might make some changes to game. And guess what? We still might dominate against Aston Villa and get the win. So yeah, so Aubameyang is getting back to form. Mason Mount is getting back to form. Like I'm the one thing I like Graham Potter is because even though Thomas Tuchel didn't trust these players, he trusts these players to do well and play and get a great performance under him. And guess what? It hasn't changed. Aspilicueta, the game against Wolves, he was superb in the first half. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, sensational. Jorginho, the game against AC Milan, fantastic. You know, once you trust these players, they will play. They will perform really well under you, and that's why Graham Potter is getting really good results, keeping making Kepa a regular rather than Mendy, and that's when keeping clean sheets. So that's the one thing I like Graham Potter. Once you trust these players, you will see that they will perform really well. So if we can keep this up, I think that Chelsea and him will change my mind because remember before the season starts that I predicted Chelsea. Let me just move this camera down a bit. Yeah, I predicted Chelsea to finish fifth not a trophy, and that's it. That will be their worst season. And this was before Thomas Tuchel got sacked. So since Graham Potter is here, and since Chelsea are playing really well, um, my prediction hasn't been changed yet. But if we can keep on going like this every single game, then maybe I'll change my prediction to first Chelsea, excuse me, Chelsea finishing in the top four and maybe perhaps winning the trophy. I don't think we'll win the Premier League, the Champions League. Possibly, but I just still don't think that happen. The Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, we shall wait and see. So, but as long as we can keep this up, then I'll be happy. I'll be a happy Chelsea fan. So, and that will be a massive turnaround for me and every other single Chelsea fan everywhere in the world. So, focus on this game, Chelsea versus Aston Villa. I'm going to go for a 3-0 Chelsea win. I think the goal scorers will be Aubameyang, Sterling, and Mando Broja. And I think Mason Mount will get another assist because he got two assists against AC Milan, one assist for Aubameyang, and I think he will get another assist since Mason Mount is getting back to his best under especially under Graham Potter. So those are the goal scorers, and who will get the assist. So that's why for this game on Sunday, I'm going to go for a 3-0 Chelsea win in that game. Right, moving on into a game which I think is going to be shown live on Sky Sports on Sunday, and that is Leeds United against Arsenal. Leeds United, they've lost against Crystal Palace 2-1 after going 1-0 up, and for Arsenal, got a massive win against Liverpool, beating them 3-2 after not beating Liverpool like so many times. They finally beat them in the league, especially at the Emirates. So yeah, Arsenal remain top, and Leeds United, I think they're still below. Let me have a look where Leeds United are on the table. Let me just have a quick look. Give me a moment, guys. Let me have a look at the table. Now, Leeds United are in 14th place, so and there are 3 points ahead of relegation. So yeah, Leeds United need to get a result against Arsenal, otherwise teams that were above them could otherwise teams who got really good results will be above them, and Leeds United were in trouble. So Leeds United need to get this win if they don't to suffer, if they don't to be like last season where they were this close to being relegation, but they managed to stay up. So yeah. So for this game on Sunday between Arsenal and Leeds, I'm going to go for a 3-0 Leeds United, sorry, not Leeds United, 3-0 Arsenal win. I still think they're playing well this season despite them winning against Bodo Glimt yesterday, because going to their ground ain't that easy, but they managed to make a 1-0 win. It wasn't really the best performance from Arsenal, but a win is a win. You don't have to listen. You don't have to have seen your team playing great performance, boring, bad performance. Just as long as you get the win, get the 3 points, and maybe keep a clean sheet, that's all that matters. So yeah, Arsenal wouldn't even care if that was a bad performance. They just need to get the win, and basically then that's it. So they're on top of the Europa League group stage and top of the table in the Premier League. So yeah, that's all that matters. So yeah. So for this game on Sunday, Arsenal will win 3-0. I think Gabriel Jesus will score, Martinelli and and Bukayo Saka. So those are the goal scorers for that game on Sunday. So 3-0 to Arsenal is going to be my prediction. Now, moving on into Manchester United against Newcastle United. Now, of course, when these two met last season, it was 4-1, and Ronaldo scored 2 goals on his Manchester United return back to Old Trafford and back to his Manchester United shirt. And I remember when he did that sue, every single Manchester United fan did that sue as well. It was unbelievable. And the Manchester United fans were so happy to see him back for Manchester United. And he was the top scorer too for Manchester United. So yeah. So I remember it was 4-1. So yeah, but this game is going to be different. It's going to be different because that game 4-1 was before the Newcastle takeover. That was before then. Ever since then, when Man United faced Newcastle United at St James's Park, it was 1-1. So it's funny how things change. So yeah. So for this game, Manchester United against Newcastle United, I expect this game to be difficult for Man United because Newcastle destroyed Brentford 5-1 because Brentford were 1-0 up, but then Newcastle destroyed them, destroyed Brentford, scoring five past them. And yeah, Newcastle, um, I think they're close to the yeah, they're in fifth, sixth place, which is the Europa League stage. So could you imagine Newcastle United being in Europe for the first time since 2000? You know, that would be unbelievable, especially under Eddie Howe. So I expect this game to be difficult for Manchester United, but I think I'm going to go for a tight win. I'm going to go for a 2-1 Man United win. It's going to be tough for them, but I think yeah that if Casemiro starts, Ronaldo starts, Rashford start, if Eric Ten Hag um could make the right decision in terms of starting lineup, then I think Man United will win. So but if Eric Ten Hag doesn't stop players like Ronaldo, Rashford, Anthony Martial, or something like that, maybe Casemiro, then I don't see Man United winning that game. So Erik Ten Hag needs to get this right. He needs to get this right. So for this game on Sunday, I'm gonna go for a Man United win of 2-1. I think Newcastle. I think Man United will score first, then Newcastle get the equaliser, but then Man United will score again. So that's how I think this game will go. The goal scorers, not sure, not sure, but we shall wait and see. So 2-1 to Man United is going to be my prediction. All right, then moving on into Southampton against West Ham United. West Ham United are getting back to winning ways, you know. After not having a great start to the season, they're starting to pick up form just a little bit, and they're on 13th place with 10 points so far this season. So yeah, Southampton, yeah, they've just lost. They just got destroyed by Man City 4-0. So yeah, for this game, I'm going to go for a 2-1 West Ham United win. I think that Southampton will score first, but West Ham will make it 2-1. The goal scorers, I think it will be Sukumaka again, and I think it might be, let's see, Mikel Antonio to score. I think those are the goal scorers for West Ham. For Southampton, not sure, but I know that Samaka will score again for West Ham United in the league, and Mikel Antonio will score as well. So that's why for me, that's why this game on Sunday, 2-1 to West Ham United is going to be my prediction. And I think this is the final one. Okay, no. There's this week's predictions which I will get to on Monday. So make sure you guys check in on that one. So the last game for this week's match, game week 11, is the big game of the weekend. Liverpool against Manchester City. Of course, Liverpool won their game against Rangers 7-1. Mo Salah scoring a hat trick in like 6 minutes. And Diogo Jota with a hat trick of assists also in 6 minutes, so that's good. Roberto Firmino scored two goals in the first half, and Joel Gomez was absolutely superb as a right back rather than Trent Alexander-Arnold, if you know what I mean. So, and that was really good. That what a way to come back after that defeat against Arsenal. Excuse me. After the defeat against Arsenal. So for Manchester City, they still remain unbeaten in all competitions. Of course, they got a draw against Copenhagen, but the reason why that happened is because VAR ruined the game for both teams, especially for Manchester City. And also, Pep Guardiola didn't start and in Holland, and I do understand that is because you don't want to start him every single game, so that's why he deserves a rest because he knows that the game against Liverpool is a big game, so that's why he wanted to rest him. But Man City did score goals, but the fact that they are ruling disallowed 2 goals is questionable. And even Pep Guardiola said to the officials, and even in his press conference, that he doesn't know what handball rules anymore. He doesn't know. He really doesn't know. Even I don't know what handball rules are in football. I really don't know. So they just need to fix this because it's sickening. It's absolutely annoying and it's sickening. They just need to change that rule from now on because it's not good enough. It's not good enough. So yeah, but they were down to 10 men, and at least they didn't lose. At least they didn't lose. So yeah, Man City still remain unbeaten. So for this game, um, hold on, guys, I'll be back. All right, sorry about that, guys. Just had to get a drink of water. So yeah, anyway, this game on Sunday, the game of the weekend, for Liverpool, you may win against Rangers like you did last week, but when you face Arsenal, you've lost. When you face Rangers this week, you've won. But I think it will be the same old Liverpool again. It's I don't see them beating Manchester City, especially when Erling Haaland is around. The big question is, could Virgil van Dijk stop him? Could any of the defense stop them? I don't think so. So for this game on Sunday, I'm going to go for a 4-1 Manchester City win. Of course, when these two met last season, it was madness, absolute madness. I remember Mo Salah scoring the goal of the season against Manchester City with a brilliant technique. It was 2-2. It was 2-2 at the Etihad. So yeah, that's because Liverpool were catching up to City for the title, and that was the best Liverpool side ever. But this season, they got rid of Sadio Mane. They brought in Darwin Núñez. They haven't been looking like the Liverpool from last season, if you know what I mean. So, yeah. But for Erling Haaland, he will score again. I think he will score 2 goals. Sorry, like he should have done last week. So I think this time he will score 2 goals. I think Riyad Mahrez will score, and maybe Phil Foden will score. So those are the goal scorers for Liverpool. I think it might be Darwin Núñez who just scores for Liverpool, and that's it. But yeah, but I know that Man City will win against Liverpool 100% because Liverpool, like they did last week against Rangers, lost to Arsenal. This time you're going to lose to Manchester City after beating Rangers 7-1. So I know Liverpool fans ain't confident, and if I was a Liverpool fan, I would not be confident in this game on Sunday. So yeah, 4-1 to Manchester City is going to be my prediction on that one. All right, guys. So that's it. That is my prediction. So let me run through them one by one for this week, so that you guys could let me know if you agree or disagree. So the first game, early later on today, Brentford against Brighton are going for a draw. On Saturday games, the lunchtime between Leicester and Crystal Palace, are going for a Palace win of 2-1. Then for Fulham against Bournemouth, are going for Bournemouth win of 2-1. The next game, Wolves against Nottingham Forest, are going for Wolves win of 2-0. For Tottenham against Everton, are going for Tottenham win of 4-1. Then on Sunday's games, I'm going for a 3-0 Chelsea win against Villa. Then I also went for a 3-0 Arsenal win against Leeds United. Then I've gone for a 2-1, Manchester United win against Newcastle. Then the next one, I've gone for a West Ham win of 2-1. Then finally, the game of the weekend, I've gone for a Manchester City win of 4-1. So that is it, guys. That is, that is the end of these predictions for this week. Let me know in the comments down below whether you agree or disagree of my predictions. So, what's your predictions? Let me know in the comments down below so that I will let you know if you got some right, and if you got a surprise one. Let me know what's your prediction so that I can react to them. So that is it, guys. That is the end of this prediction show. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget, tomorrow there's going to be a match preview for the Aston Villa versus Chelsea game. Then the match reaction on Sunday. Excuse me. Then on Monday. Oof, then on Monday. Sorry. Then on Monday there's gonna be a then there's gonna be a Premier League predictions match review. Then on match day 12 predictions for the mid for the midweek games. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on. I really don't know. So make sure you guys check that out. Okay. So thank you guys so much for watching. Look after yourselves. I'm gonna take a drink of water. Sorry about that. I do apologize. Thank you so much for watching. Look after yourselves. Take care. And as always, up the Chelsea.